Alright, let's see if this works now. Copy. Alright. At this, since the other one broke, gotta make announcements here. Sorry people if this takes too long for you guys to, well, listen or anything. Enter. Copy text. Now go through the other crap. There, media. Games and Instagram, I'll post it there. There. Skip that. Skip that. Got any phone? Nothing. So there's no media tab here. Oh well. Skip that. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh, self-promotions right there. That's funny. You know what? Oh, nope, there it is. Found it. There we go. I think that's about almost it. Of course, down near the bottom there's no self-promo, so whatever. There's that all fixed up, all set up. There we go. Howdy everybody, this is your boy Social Crystal Gamer, the Keyblade wielder of Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Welcome back to another stream. Today we are doing part 2 of the whole story. Last time we watched the whole movie. This time we are going over Roxas's diary, the secret reports, and the characters. To begin, we're going to go over the easy stuff of the characters, so we can just get straight into reading the whole story. With that all being said and done, this may be an hour, 2 hour whole reading session, so if you do enjoy, please sit back, relax, enjoy the stream. If you don't, I don't know why you're still here unless you're just here to find something interesting. But with that all being said and done, sit back, relax, and let's begin. First up on the list, Xemnas, Organization 13's leader. He had made completing Kingdom Hearts the organization's goal, but harbors his own secret agenda. Xigbar, a senior member of Organization 13, second in command in deed, as well as in name. He looks at the big picture and acts according to his unique perspective. Xaldin, a founding member of Organization 13. He is both a fierce warrior and a strategist. He seeks a heart, but despises love and the bonds that tie people together. Vexen, a founding member of Organization 13, a brilliant scientist who carries out research on various organization projects. He was in charge of the replica program at Castle Oblivion, but someone disposed of him. Luxius, a founding member of Organization 13. He is a man of brawny physique and few words. He was sent to Castle Oblivion, but was disposed of by an unknown assailant. Zexion, a founding member of Organization 13. A ruthless tactician who would use any means for his ends. He was sent to Castle Oblivion, but was disposed of by an unknown assailant. Saïx, a member of Organization 13, as Xemnas' right-hand man. He is charged with giving orders to other members. He and Axel, an old acquaintance, are plotting something. Axel, a member of Organization 13. He prioritizes his own motives over the goals of the organization. He eventually becomes friends with Roxas. After their initial meeting, like Roxas, he comes to worry for Xion, after becoming friends with her as well. Demyx, a member of Organization 13, his easy-go-lucky personality is uncharacteristic of an organization member. He can control water by playing his sitar, but is aware that he is unfit as a fighter. Luxord, a member of Organization 13, a gambler at heart who enjoys treating everything as a wager. He never lets down his gentlemanly and reserved attitude. Marluxia, a member of Organization 13. Despite having joined late, he is sent to Castle Oblivion and named its lord based on his profound abilities. He is intrigued by the Keyblade wielder and harbors dark desires, but was disposed of by an unknown assailant. Larxene, a member of Organization 13. She is highly conceited and mocks all those around her with an abrasive attitude. She was sent to Castle Oblivion but was disposed of by an unknown assailant. Roxas, the 13th member of Organization 13. He is often assigned to missions to collect hearts as he wields a Keyblade. A bit of a zombie when he first joined, Roxas slowly regained himself through interaction with Axel and Xion, becoming best friends with them. Xion, the 14th member of Organization 13. Like Roxas, she wields a Keyblade. Through interactions with Roxas, she forms her own identity and develops a friendship with Roxas and Axel. Sora, a young boy who wields a Keyblade as a hero of light. He currently sleeps within Castle Oblivion to restore his memories after saving the world from darkness. Riku, childhood friends with Sora and Kairi. He donned the organization's black coat, pretending to be a member, and investigates their actions while waiting for Sora's memories to be restored. Kairi, childhood friends with Sora and Riku. She was once targeted by the forces of darkness for being a princess of heart. Back at Destiny Island, she waits for Sora and Riku's return. Diz, a mysterious figure who waits with Naminé for Sora's memories to be restored. He despises nobodies and pushes Naminé to complete restoring Sora's memories to achieve a certain goal. Naminé, a young girl with the power to rearrange the memories of Sora and everyone connected to him. She is currently restoring Sora's gathered memories. The King, a Keyblade Master and Lord of Disney Castle. He traveled with Riku, but worries after being separated from him. Wearing a black coat, he pretends to be a member of the organization and gathers information on their actions. And that is all the characters. Now, the big chunky story of all the reports and all the secret reports. Thus we'll begin with Roxas's diary. Day 7, Entry 1. It's been a week since I got here. Sayax told me to keep a diary. I said nobody would check it. What am I supposed to write about? Today they told us to go to the round room, where we met our new member, number 14. Was I like that when I first got here? I think I was. I don't remember too well. Day 8, Entry 2. Me and Axel went to Twilight Town today. He taught me a lot. Before we RTC'd, returned to the castle, we swung by the clock tower and had some sea salt ice cream. Axel called it the icing on the cake. After a successful mission, well, except there was no cake. Just the ice cream. I don't know what to write in this thing. Day 9, Entry 3. The past few days, the other members have been showing me how to fight and do mission stuff. They also told me more about the organization and about myself. I still don't really get what a heart is, but apparently it's a vital piece of who I am. So I've decided to cooperate. If I collect enough hearts, I can complete Kingdom Hearts. Then I'll be whole. Day 14. Entry number 4. Me and Axel went on a mission to Twilight Town. Afterwards, we went and had ice cream again on the clock tower. He said friends do stuff like that, or they laugh together. So does that mean me and him are friends? Day 15, Entry 5. The other members have been teaching me more about how to fight and stuff. It's going, I guess. Every day after work, I've been meeting Axel at the clock tower to have sea salt ice cream. It's really salty, but sweet too. How come it tastes so familiar? Day 22, Entry 6. Axel is going to the same place called Castle Oblivion. He told me because we're friends. He had to go home early to get ready. And after he left, I noticed the word winner on my ice cream stick. I wonder why I won. I'll ask him when I see him tomorrow. Day 23, Entry 7. Axel left before I woke up this morning. I never got to ask him about the ice cream stick. I was partnered up with number 14 for today. His mission. Xion wore a hood the whole time and wouldn't say a word to me. Come to think of it, I didn't have a whole lot to say either. Afterwards, I went and had ice cream by myself. Day 24, Entry 8. I teamed up with Xion again. Today, we finally talked a little. Xion even said my name for the first time. Afterwards, I had ice cream by myself again. The lady at the shop said you can trade the winner's stick for an extra bar, but I can't eat more than one. Day 25, Entry 9. Today was my third day with Xion. I've gotten to know a little more about her. That's right, she's a girl with black hair, and she can use the Keyblade just like me. I took her out for ice cream afterwards, but I'm saving the winner's stick. Axel deserves a reward when he gets back. Xion wants to have ice cream with us from now on. Maybe we'll be friends. Day 26. How long? I only remember part of this day. I heard somebody sent to Castle Oblivion was terminated. Sayak said it may have been Axel. I tried to ask Xigbar about it on the day's mission, and he said nothing's left of nobody's once we're gone, because we have no hearts to leave behind. I don't remember much after that. They said I collapsed and wouldn't wake up. Day 50, Xion's seashells. I must have missed a lot. It's like I had the longest dream. I woke up to find a bunch of seashells by my pillow. I counted them. One for each day they said I was asleep. I wonder who left them there. But then when I got to the clock tower, Xion gave me another one. I held it up to my ear. I could hear the ocean. Why did it sound so familiar? The stuff I dreamed about felt strangely familiar too. I remember being in a white room with somebody, the same age as me, wearing red clothes. And then he sort of disappeared into the white. And there was a girl's voice. She said she knew I'd be snoozing. Why would she know that? The voice was a little like Xion's. Day 51, Annihilated. It sounds like the worst has come to pass. The whole Castle Oblivion team wiped from existence. It's hard to come to grips with the idea that Axel's gone. I feel choked up? I don't know what you'd call it. I never had this kind of sensation. I went up to the clock tower to have ice cream, but nobody else showed up. Day 52. Ice cream alone. I sit up on the clock tower. But no one comes. Not Axel, not even Xion. That weird lump in my throat won't go away. Something else is bothering me. This is gonna sound crazy. Good thing this is a private diary. But these pictures keep flashing through my head. Not all the time, just sometimes. Ever since I collapsed. It happens when I'm awake too, on missions. So I don't think it's a dream. Where are the pictures coming from? Day 71. Axel's back. After work, Axel's turned up. Just like that, out of nowhere. I didn't know what to say. I thought we lost him for good. We went up to the clock tower and talked for a while. I told him about Shion. The choked up sensation had gone away. Day 72, ice cream with Axel. Me and Axel went to Agrabah. He seems different now that he's came back from Castle Oblivion. Ice cream was just the two of us today. I wonder when me and Axel and Shion will all get to have ice cream together. Day 73. Where's Shion? After I finished my mission, I wanted all three of us to have ice cream, but I couldn't find Shion. It's been at least 10 days since I've seen her. Axel said he asked Sayax what was going on. Speaking of Axel, didn't see him at the clock tower today. Day 74, the three of us. My job today was to help Axel find Shion. Turns out she had gone missing, but we managed to find her. We finally got to all have ice cream together, which was nice, but Shion can't use her Keyblade anymore. Axel says friends help each other out, so I'm gonna go on missions with her until she remembers how to work the Keyblade herself. Day 75. Inseparable. Goodness. Me and Shion are working together now. The genie we met in Agrabah said he and his friend Al are inseparable. Axel told us best friends can be inseparable even if they're not always together. But sounds like he wasn't too sure about it himself. I thought Axel knew everything. Oh well. That reminds me, those weird pictures flashed through my head again while I was in Agrabah. The guy in red I wrote about before. Has he been to Agrabah or something? 94. Kingdom Hearts. Zenna summoned us. Nothing he said ever makes sense to me. He showed us Kingdom Hearts, a big-hearted shaped moon floating up there in the night sky, and said the human heart will never have power over us. Great, I guess. So why are we trying to get hearts again? Axel said I'll understand better once I have a heart. I'm not so sure. Day 95, I passed. Goodness. Can't stop yawning for some reason. My apologies, people, if you're hearing me yelling a lot. Anyway. Continuing on. I went to Agrabah today with Shion. We made a pretty good team now. Afterwards, me, her, and Axel talked about us in the know they're nobodies. The ones who make it into the organization are powerful enough to keep their memories. But me and Shion can't remember our past. What was I like? Day 96. Out of trouble. Today's mission was with Shion in Beast's castle. I tried lending her my Keyblade, and she had no problem using it. That meant I had to fight without it, but we got the job done. Afterwards, Shion remembered how to use her own Keyblade. So, I guess we're out of trouble. When we were done, we had ice cream together. Day 97, our place. Every day after work, the three of us have been going to our place on top of the clock tower to have ice cream. We don't talk much about it. Or we don't talk about much. But I wouldn't miss these conversations for the world. I wonder if Axel and Shion feel the same way. Do the other organization members have their own routines? It's hard to picture. Day 117. Special Nobodies. Today was me and Xigbar. Axel and Shion went out on their own mission. Xigbar told me that Shion and me are exceptional. You know, like special nobodies? Because we can use the Keyblade? Work dragged on late, so I didn't make it up to the clock tower. I wonder if Shion and Axel made it. Those pictures started flashing through my head again on the mission. The boy in red. What's it all about? Maybe even Xigbar called me special. He meant crazy. Seriously though, is Shion experiencing the same thing? It feels weird to ask. Bless me. Apologies for that. Son, you... Day 118. Vacation. Today was my first vacation ever. I didn't know what to do with it. Axel said to do what I like. All I like is having ice cream with my friends. So that's what I ended up doing. Axel leaves tomorrow for some kind of mission. Which reminds me, I still haven't given him the winter stick yet. Day 119. Something to protect. Axel has been gone forever. It's just been me and Shion at the clock tower. While me and Zeldin explored Beast's castle, we found something he wanted to protect. Zeldin says that's a weakness, but I'm not so sure. What does it mean to care about something that much? I don't. So it's hard to wrap my head around the whole idea. Day 149. Winter. Today's mission took me to a new world. It was a weird place. I was up on the clock tower afterwards when Axel turned up after being away forever. He said he finished that long mission, but this time Shion didn't show. I was gonna give Axel that winter stick, but I should wait until I get another one. It wouldn't be fair to leave Shion out. Day 150. Too precious to lose. Yeah, lose. Either my accent's trying to come out or I'm having difficult speaking today. I do apologize for any misinterpretations of wording or anything I do today, guys. I dearly apologize. Anyway, continuing on. Shion didn't come back to the clock tower again today. She and Sayax had some kind of argument. Axel and I talked for a while about the things we can't bear to lose. Axel thinks that's for nobodies. It's our past. Because that's all we have to remember. The pain of losing something. I don't remember my past, but the idea of losing the present, Axel or Shion, scares me. Day 151. What makes us different? I ran into Shion in Twilight Town. I guess she messed up a mission pretty bad the other day, and it's been bugging her. We went up to the clock tower afterwards. She said me and her are different, which is pretty obvious if you look at us. But I don't think that's what she meant. A lot seems to be on her mind, and it's not the same as what's on mine. Day 152. I don't get it. I think Shion might be mad at me, but I don't know why. Axel says girls are complicated. You can't press the wrong buttons. Like I'm supposed to know what the right ones are. Day 153. No taste for it. It's hard spending time with Shion, and Axel seems busy too. I've been having ice cream alone, but it's just not the same. All I taste is the salt, and my hands get all sticky. It's like I'm going through the motions of eating it, just so I can throw the stick out and get on with life. I must have had about 100 of these things. I still haven't found another winner. I never did find a way to ask Shion about the pictures that go through my head. I don't really know what to do about anything right now. Day 171. What's love? On my mission at Beast's Castle, Zaldin told me about love and the special power it has over people. I tried to ask Axel about it, but his explanation didn't make any sense to me. Every time I asked him about this kind of thing, he tells me I need a heart to understand. It's like he's dodging the questions. Give me a sec, I'm gonna go grab a drink, people. I'll be right back. Stay tuned in just a moment. And we're back, people. I do apologize for that. Let's see here. I think I finished it up when I left and got back. I can't tell for sure, but oh yeah, I did talk about it. And let's continue. Day 172. Shion's collapse. Shion failed her mission, and now she's in deep sleep. I thought they were lying to me when they told me, but I went to see her, and she really was just asleep. I left the seashell by her pillow, just like she did for me. Sayax hates her. I don't know why. Maybe he knows more about her than the rest of us do. Those pictures flashed through my mind again on today's mission. The same boy in red as usual. I guess he's been to Wonderland. I'm still trying to figure out what it is I'm seeing. Day 173. Picking up the slack. I decided to work harder while Shion is asleep to pick up some of the slack. Axel said he asked Sayax about her, but no dice. He did say that Sayax was having second thoughts about calling her broken, though. I just hope we get all this drama ironed out soon, so she doesn't have to wake up to it. Day 174. Seashells for her. Shion hasn't woken up, but I'm pulling double duty to make up for it. Me and Axel talked about the dumbest stuff now. Afterwards, we head back to the castle. I leave a seashell by Shion's pillow. It would please me to see her smile when she finds them. Those pictures flashed through my head again in Neverland. And when I flew, it felt like I'd done it before. Has the guy in red flown before? Is that it? Day 193. Best friends. Shion's awake now. The three of us were go get some ice cream after our mission. But she passed out again, so we had to take her home. I talked with Shion in her room until she woke up. He said the three of us were best friends. Inseparable. Day 194. Even far apart. We've all started going back to our usual spot after work. Sometimes Axel and Shion are there waiting for me. Other times I get there first. Things have gotten busier for us, so we can't all make it every day. But even if they're not there, at least now it seems like we're together again. I wonder if it seems that way to them too. I forgot to ask Shion about the pictures in my head again. It was the same kid in red. Who is he? What does he have to do with me? Day 224. What's gone into her? I think something's wrong with Shion. Is she not feeling well again? Axel said we should all go to the beach next time we get a vacation. I think he senses something is wrong, too. That's why he suggested the beach, to make her feel better. Day 225. Something must be wrong. Okay, now I'm really worried about Shion. I told Axel, but all he said was that she'll get through it. He knows something is wrong. I bet he's just telling me that to put my mind at ease. Well, it's not working. Wait a minute. Damn, a 30-day jump. Day 255. Now Axel's acting weird. I had ice cream with Axel after work today, but Shion didn't show. Axel said she got sent on an important mission, but he wouldn't look at me when he said it. I've been wondering, what's wrong with Shion all this time? But now that I've stopped and think about it, Axel's not himself either. Day 256. Shion's gone missing. Shion has gone missing, but nobody said anything about her being hurt. So that's good, I guess. Did she run off? That doesn't make any sense. Xemnas told us not to go after her. The way Saïx explained it, it's almost like they don't think she's worth getting back. What is going on? Day 257. He's avoiding me. I want to talk to Axel about Shion, but I can't seem to get 10 seconds with the guy. What am I supposed to do? I can't believe he's avoiding me. We're supposed to be friends. Day 276. By the sea. I don't remember much about today's mission. Just that it was by the beach. Or was it? The mission didn't even feel real. Me and Axel agreed to start looking for Shion tomorrow. Day 277. No sign of her. I've looked everywhere for Shion, in every world, but there's just no sign of her. Where is she? Why did she leave the organization? I don't get it. Any of it. Day 296. Kessel Oblivion. There's one place we haven't checked yet to see if Shion's there. Kessel Oblivion. When I brought it up to Axel, he surprised me by saying that Kessel Oblivion is where Shion comes from. I guess he found out himself. Is that where she is? Day 297. Who is that guy? I went to Kessel Oblivion to find Shion, but I don't remember anything about it. Axel said I collapsed as soon as I got there. I woke up in Twilight Town, and incredibly enough, Shion was there. But she wasn't alone. There was this guy with her, and he was wearing the organization's coat. I could tell by his build that he wasn't one of us. Though, who is he? Day 298. Some other way. I don't believe it. Axel attacked Shion. There had to be some other way. I know she's acting weird, but I hardly recognize Axel these days either. What's going through their heads? I feel so left out. Day 299. Sora? Xemnas told me that Sora is the connection between me and Shion. But just who exactly is Sora? Day 300. No words. For the first time in a while, the three of us met up on the clock tower. None of us really knew what to say. We used to talk each other's ears off. But I guess those days are gone. So much has happened lately that I've been forgetting to write about those pictures in my head. Now it happens even when I'm not on missions. More often too. They even show up in my dreams. Shion told me she has dreams too. Is all of this connected? Day 301. My dream. I dream all the time now. I don't sleep well. I wake up tired every day. I guess that makes them nightmares, not dreams. Shion and Axel don't come to the clock tower anymore. I thought maybe if I got everything off my chest with them, I might stop having nightmares. So much for testing that theory. Day 321. No energy left. I felt so tired, almost disconnected from my body. The dreams have gone stranger. Now I wake up with water on my chest. On my cheeks. Not chest, sorry. I don't know how it got there, but I think there's something really wrong with me. Today I teamed up with Shion. She seemed to be in a lot better shape than me. We had ice cream together. Something we had done in a while. Day 322. In my head. Another dream. I had another dream. My head feels heavy. I want to have ice cream with Shion and Axel again. Day 352. Us in the sunset. Me and Shion and Axel had ice cream. The sunset was beautiful. I don't have to write anything else down because I'll never forget this day. Day 353. Broken trust. Axel let Shion leave the organization like he wanted her to go. Is she a puppet? A mirror that reflects me? He's talking nonsense. I can't trust him anymore. Day 354. Who am I? I don't understand the organization. Don't understand Axel. I understand myself at least of all. Why do I keep coming back to the castle? Me and Shion are special, connected by Sora. If she's a puppet, maybe I am too. I don't know what I am. Day 355. I am. I have to know who I am. I am done with this. Day 357. 3 again? I'm going to set Kingdom Hearts free and find my way to Sora. I'm going to get Shion back. The 3 of us will have ice cream together again. I know it. And that's the end of Roxas. On to the secret reports. Which we have a one for almost every day. Which this is gonna be fun. Day 7. Meaning. A name defines an object, describes the span of it, gives it purpose. We embarked upon the replica program to ensure our new power stays ours. Now, our shadow puppet, number I, lives. It needs a name, something to define it, to give the hollow vessel a purpose. Day 8, Roxas. Seems like we're getting new members every day. Number 13 was a boy, Roxas. Now we've got a number 14, Shion. Today's mission was to show Roxas the ropes. I feel like they've had me babysitting him since he got here. He's not a bad kid, but he's spacey. Good fighter though. At least I won't be bored. Day 9, on track. Shion is being monitored. Roxas, meanwhile, has begun his training exercises. Oh, pardon me. It is imperative we keep Shion from having undue contact with Roxas until we are certain it will perform as expected, which will take another 10 days. If Vexen's convictions are to be trusted. As for the Keyblade Master, Marluxia will no doubt be keeping an eye on him. Day 14. This kid? Another mission with Roxas today. Is he seriously my responsibility? At least he's starting to talk like a normal person. Maybe that means his memories still are coming back. Still, this kid's supposed to be the Keyblade Master's nobody? I don't see it. Day 15. How dare they? How dare they shut me out of monitoring the Keyblade Master, and then to send me off to teach that half-baked nobody basic magic? I should have had him light me on fire. It won't be long now, though. Once I'm over at Castle Oblivion, our plan goes into action. No more playing nanny, ever. Day 22, Castle Oblivion. They pushed up the Castle Oblivion plan. Our little hero with the key must have made a move. Me and his nobody have been meeting up for ice cream the last few days. Not the best conversationalist, but at least he's mastered a few facial expressions besides doom and gloom. I told him about Castle Oblivion, but he didn't seem to follow. Guess that's understandable. Day 23. Research Entry 326. The program is largely on target. Number I, my finest replica, has proven an ever greater success than anticipated. I intended to take the other vessel, judged unfit for number statuses, to Castle Oblivion, where I will subject it to further testing. Once things clear, could these replicas not be classified as a special sort of nobody? Day 24, the upper floors. Marluxia has succeeded in leading the Keyblade Master to the castle. I sense multiple threads at work, but details on each of the projects are scarce. I suspect some alleged organization projects are secretly private machinations. Marluxia seems especially suspect. Day 25. Hollow Ties. Pressing Zexy and Florences would be a waste of time, I know that. But this dearth of information is hard to accept. What happened on the upper levels? What ought we be doing down here? They hug their truths close and leave the rest of us to speculate. Zexian talks of the bond we share as an organization. But how could such a thing exist? Still, He remains the only one I can trust. Day 26. Axel's actions. Simple deductions such as Axel's outwardly inscrutable actions are the result of some directive from Sayax. Why eliminate Vexian? Or Vexen? He simply wanted to do research. Did we not all stand to gain from the fruits of his program? What is Axel thinking? Axel, Day 27, Organization Dog. Axel is in the way, though I don't know if he is aware of our plot. Vexen had no part in our plan. Why eliminate him? Assuming Axel's orders were to root out traitors to the organization? Discerning his motives merits our full attention. Day 28. Dealing with the traitors. I've uncovered most of what I need to know about the replica program. But where's the other one? I can't find any trace of it. Vexen was caught in the middle. Pitiable, but unavoidable. I could not risk his program falling into their hands. Of great concern, are the traitors not the obvious turncoats? But the ones who will get in my way. The Keyblade Master is not our enemy. Day 50. Strange feeling. Roxas woke up today. I think he was dreaming this whole time. Being with him feels strange, familiar, like listening to the waves crash up against the shore. But why? Day 51. Measures must be taken. The replica program continues apace, but something has gone wrong at Castle Oblivion. The Dusk returned with word that none of those we dispatched survived, but the news came in fragments. I still know too little to extract the truth. I doubt Axel would be among those lost, but I must plan for the worst. First, I must locate the Keyblade Master. Day 52. Another mission. I lost track of the Keyblade Master and the other intruders. I'm the only one left in the castle. Everyone else has been destroyed. My orders were to end the traitors, but I think by this point I fit that bill better than anybody. There's one last thing I need to look into while I'm here. Day 71. The traitors and Sayax added a hand in what went down at Castle Oblivion. Well, more like a whole arm. Which means Axel was in on it as well. In fact, Xemnas ordered Axel to take out the traitors. Orders which went through Sayax. No specific names were given. But naturally, Xemnas knew who the turncoats were right from the get-go. Day 72. Human. The longer you know someone, the less you need to speak in clear terms. Everything gets across with a wink and a nudge. A little reading between the lines. When it comes to what befell our late comrades at Castle Oblivion, ambiguity suits me just fine, but the Keyblade Master and Roxas come out and say every little thing that comes to mind. Maybe that's human. Or maybe they're just special. Day 73. What now? I lost the ability to use the Keyblade. I have no idea why. I don't know what to do about it. About anything. It happened suddenly after Roxas woke up. If I can't collect hearts anymore, the organization has no use for me. This is terrible. Day 74. Shion's face. Honestly, I never got why Roxas was crazy about Shion. I know they both joined up around the same time, and they're both rookies. But how do you get close to somebody who hides their face all the time? Well, I saw it today. All of a sudden, number 14 up and takes off her hood. Shion is a girl, and she looks just like Naminé. Day 75. Gotta do something. Roxas has been coming along on my missions to help out since I can't use the Keyblade. Axel is covering for me, so I should be safer now. But what am I going to do if I never get the Keyblade back? I can't lie forever. Day 94. All goes apace. The hearts collected by our two Keyblade wielders, Roxas and Shion, have gathered together, and now almighty Kingdom Hearts waxes large in the night sky. Our efforts have come to bear fruit, nearly ripe for the plucking. All plans proceed smoothly, alarmingly so. In fact, though, this is no time to be deterred by paranoia. Day 95. My past. Neither Roxas or I have any memories of our human lives. I don't even remember my first days as a nobody. Roxas said he was the same, but I'm not so sure. For me, it's a total blank. Can't even remember the day I met Roxas, or Axel. It's all a blur. Day 96. Friends. Shion regained her ability to wield the Keyblade. I don't know how, or why. Maybe there's more to the Keyblade Master they're not telling me about. I feel like I've been spending more time talking to Roxas and Shion lately than my old friend Sayax. This has to be what it felt like. Friendship. Sweet mercy, why is my phone blowing up? Day 97. So bored. Every day it's work, work, work. I'm dead bored, and I'd kill for some vacay. And nobody needs this rest, am I right? And when I get it, it's gonna be nothing but me and my sitar. Sigh. Day 117. Him and Roxas. Roxas is maturing at an impressive rate. His face, the way he handles the Keyblade, it's all exactly the same. The world seemed so divided and alone. But there's always that steady thread there to connect them. And we nobodies can never escape the things we did as human. So it goes. Day 118. You changed, not me. Talking to Roxas and Shion always brings back memories of my human life, back when I was a kid. It's a weird sensation. I ought to be able to share all this with Saïx. I just don't feel like it anymore. It's strange, but I'm connected with just missing what's gone. I'm not the one who changed. You did. Day 119, Hearts in Emotion. Watching that foolish beast flail about only deepens my disdain for humans and their instant need to be pinned down by feelings. We became nobodies, precisely to avoid the shackles of emotion. It's only later that we realized the scale of that loss, that some things simply cannot be done without heart. Nonetheless, I can see nary a pleasant thing about it. Day 143. He's a sham. That man wearing the organization coat. That jerk. He's too powerful. I can't beat him unless I get stronger. And I'm not a sham. I'm not. He is. He's the one pretending to be something he isn't. Day 150. Dealing with Shion. As expected, the duplicate is starting to show its limits. The program showed promise, but a puppet is just a puppet. Something to be toyed with until it breaks. I am utterly at a loss as to what Roxas and Axel sees in that thing. How best to dispose of its merits my consideration going forward. Day 151. These dreams. I wasn't ready to see Roxas again. I can't help but compare us. We both used the Keyblade, but we're so different. Does he dream? It seems that all I do anymore. It seems like that's all I do anymore. Yeah, sorry guys. Last night I dreamt of the ocean. I was drowning. (152) Like a real person. Roxas and Shion must have had it out over something. Knowing them it's something dumb, but still. Watching them it's like they're human. It's messing with my head. I want kind of wonder if Roxas understood all that about the wrong buttons. I get the sense a lot of it went right over his head. Day 153. This is gonna be a hit! I got my new hit single, X-Face. It's always barking at me to work, but what he expect me to do against a monster like that? I mean, stop to think about skill sets when you divide up the labor already. Number 100, Day 171, The Number I Project. Xion failed to complete its mission. If this continues, destroying it and using the next replica as the duplicate would undoubtedly yield a higher grade copy. Number I was among the initial lot, which naturally raised questions about its capabilities. At present, it is nothing short of broken. I cannot fathom why Xemnas want to keep it. Day 172. Meaning behind the words. There has to be something to what Sayak said. Why isn't Xion qualified to be one of us? He said to just look at her. But at what? The fact that she looks like Naminé? Xion and Naminé must be connected. Whose nobody is Xion, anyway? What is Sayak hiding? Day 173, The Gamble. I find myself envying the children. Perhaps some fundamental differences exist between those who become nobodies as adults and otherwise. The longer you have lived, the more you are positioned to lose with such a gamble. But a child can look forward, unafraid even in the face of immeasurable odds. I doubt they even see life as a gamble the way we do. This is a lot of work to read. Day 174, just a replica. Xion continues to sleep. All analysis on its function suggests no marked change. The copying appears to be working, but a replica is a replica. My latest report to Xemnas on this netted me no clear answers. Pardon. He simply stood smiling at times. I find his thinking impenetrable. Day 193. Dreams or memories. I finally wake up just to pass out again? Why? Because I'm a failure? I dreamt the whole while I was out. It was something nostalgic, but what? Why can't I remember? It could be a key memory from my human life. All I can remember is the sound of waves gentle in the distance. Day 194, the replica. I thought I'd never see the word replica again. Any rational man would realize the Riku replica was not likely unique. But I'm the only one in the organization who knew of his exceptional copying functionality, and that he ultimately formed a sense of self. The fact that I knew all that and still never noticed the truth about Shion speaks to how remarkable a replica she must be. But my question remains unanswered. Who is she a replica of? Namine? Kairi? Or perhaps someone entirely different? Why did the organization admit her into its membership? And why would such a fine replica fall unconscious or sporadically loses its command of the Keyblade? Day 224, Shion. Even if Shion is a replica puppet, she's still Shion. I understand that in my head, but how do I interact with her now? Riku replica was just a tool, but I can't just use Shion. I was wrong to have just used Riku replica in the first place. How is a man-made puppet any less worthy than a nobody that was never meant to exist at all? They both ambiguous. Tenuous at best. And she's my friend. Even if neither of us should exist, that doesn't invalidate the bonds we form. Next break I told her we'd all go to the beach. I hope we get the chance, our little summer vacation. I know if we can get together and laugh about stupid stuff, this nagging doubt will go away. Day 225, Secrets About Me. My body feels heavy. My head aches. I'm too busy dreaming to get any rest from sleep. Axel knows something. He's hiding some secrets. It must be in Castle Oblivion. That's where I was born. Day 255. Final stages. Shion's appearance should vary based on the relation of the viewer to her. Sayak sees her simply as a puppet. The program approaches completion. The Roxas Shion is assembling a copy of the hero of the Keyblade. As proof, she sometimes appears to take on his form to my eyes. Day 256. Who we each see. Shion's disappearance is fascinating. If she really is breaking from our control, it's a sign of her approaching the essence of the hero. It seems Sayak still doesn't truly see her. I'm curious to know how she appears to the others. I see her as him, though I suspect that Semnis sees something else entirely in her. Day 257, and the cards. The air is changed. I can feel it. You go on a big gamble at a time like this, and you're going to lose big. That said, it's betting against the worst odds that nets the biggest wins. I'm eager to see how this hand plays out. Day 272, Behind the Truth. Shion is gone. Roxas still doesn't know anything, but Shion found out. That's why I need to find her. We don't have hearts, so we accept the facts we're given as the truth. But something far more important lies behind that truth. Sayax would laugh at people with no hearts, calling one another friends. But that doesn't make it not so. Day 277. True Agenda. Axel and Roxas are up to something. No plot they concoct will change the fact that the organization has cast off Shion. Though our plans have diverged, and advance now to the next stage. The Number I project and replica program merely paved the way. Our true goals lie elsewhere. Day 296. Hidden Truths. None of us really know everything that's going on in Castle Oblivion. Some rooms even Xemnas doesn't know about. Not many are even aware that Shion was born there. I wonder if the truth about that place will ever surface. Day 297. Contact with Riku. The man they call the imposter. That fake organization member? It's Riku. Roxas could very well remember that. Somewhere deep in his memory. Still, it's too soon to report this. I need to know why Shion was with him first. If she's siding with the hero, it could easily mean her erasure. What are you planning to do, Shion? Day 298. Change of plans. Axel failed to report that the imposter and Shion are working together. Instead, that news came from Roxas. The boy is far more easily handled than Axel, but now Axel has captured Shion and returned her to us. His motives are impossible to read. Our plans can be altered if necessary, but doing so can only delay their realization. Day 299. The value of a lie. Roxas doesn't trust me after the whole Shion incident, but I can't tell him the truth yet, so I keep lying. It's no big deal when you're nobody. There's no guilt, no feeling out, so why does it sting? So why does it still sting, just a little, when I lie to him? All my dealings with Roxas give me this bizarre illusion of humanity. Day 300. Us and the sunset. We watched the sunset today, the three of us. I didn't think we'd ever be able to do that again. It's like that dream I had. The one where I was by the shore with Axel and Roxas. Even though I swapped that around, oh well. Watching the sun set over the water. I just want to stay with them, but how? What should I do? Day 301. Shion or Roxas? Roxas is burning through missions at full tilt. She seems frantic. Why? I don't know. And speaking of, I still don't know what to say to Roxas. Even without my orders from Sayax, I do anything to stop Roxas from being erased. I just don't know if I can stand by and let that happen to Shion either. Day 321. My place. Axel's always helped me out, so I just assumed he would again. How long has he known about me? Maybe since long before we met in Castle Oblivion. But he told me to think for myself. I was so happy, but now as I get stronger, Roxas keeps getting weaker. I shouldn't exist anymore. That said, that nobodies were never meant to exist. They said that nobodies were never meant to exist, but I'm the real affront. But before I'm gone, I want to help Roxas and Axel, even just a little. I think the boy I saw today is the same Sora from my memories. Day 322, the plan. Be they a puppet or the hero's nobody, we merely need a functional Keyblade master. The details are unimportant. The puppet has developed to a point where the hero of the Keyblade may be entirely redundant. Indeed, perhaps we ought never allow Sora to awaken. He cannot be controlled. He will rise up against us. We must move our agenda ahead with that firmly in mind. Day 352. What I must do. Riku gave me this time. Axel told me to spend it thinking for myself. The organization is determined to erase either me or Roxas. They never allow us to coexist. I love Roxas and Axel. I'm sure Sayax would scoff at that. Call it a trick of my artificial memories. But the time I spent on the clock tower was real. I wish the three of us could stay like this, together, forever. But I have to end this. I'll never forget today's sunset. Even if Roxas and Axel do, I won't forget. Day 353. A future that never was. I couldn't tell Xion she was wrong. I can't bring myself to end her. But it's either that or I have to erase Roxas. There's no future where the three of us can sit around and eat ice cream. I know Roxas will never understand. I don't want to acknowledge it myself. Day 354, where I belong. I wanted to see Roxas one more time, but couldn't. What would I say? Did I ever really exist? Even if not, I just hope that those times we spent watching the sunset were real. I know Namne will tell me how to get back where I belong. I should hurry to see her. Day 355, Mind. The gears of Xemnas' plan have begun to spin wild since the loss of half of our membership at Castle Oblivion. The results are there. But can this state of affairs fairly be called a success? If Kingdom Hearts can be said to possess a mind of its own, it is surely rejecting Xemnas. No, rejecting Xehanort. Roxas left the organization today. Day 356, unforeseen events. Our plans never accounted for the possibility of both Roxas and Xion leaving. Again, flip that backwards. How did this come to pass? When did Roxas grow strong enough to outmuscle me? What were you really after, Lee? We joined the organization at the same time and formulated our plan. At this point, it's just an ideal fantasy. Everything changed. You and me. Day 357. To my best friend. Roxas left. It's so like him to just leave that winter ice cream stick behind. Come tomorrow, I'll probably get Ore to hunt him down. But leaving that here makes it feel so permanent. I wish the three of us. Three? No. That the two of us could share some ice cream again someday. That's what it is to be friends. In the final day, 356 or 358 goals. With luck, we can bring Roxas back into our fold. But even if Sora should awaken as the hero of the Keyblade, he is bound to keep unlocking hearts. If he should come to target us, We need simply subdue him and use his power ourselves once more. I must become one with Kingdom Hearts. I will become a higher existence. All of my true ambitions began there. And that fulfills the rest of the story for Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. We will be doing a stream on Kingdom Hearts 2 here in a moment. But do note, every time I do stream, remember this, streaming restrictions. All this has copyright work that is held by Walt Disney and the collaboration authors representing the Walt Disney Company. Additionally, the additional copyright of certain characters is held by Square Enix. Streaming the game is permitted in a non-commercial context. However, using streams of the game to primarily provide or listen to the music is prohibited, even such non-commercial contexts. For information, you can visit the whole 1525 at the Kingdom Hearts website. But with that being said, thank you all for finishing the stream with me of Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. This was me redoing it after some other things happened. After I got all settled and figured out my mic to work with my game, now it comes to an end. Thank you all for joining me in this stream. I will see you guys shortly for Kingdom Hearts 2. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell icon to be notified when I go live again, which will be here in momentarily. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!